I had 3 jobs when I was there. The first job was a new guy, but I was a senior new guy. On paper, it looks like I've been to 2 operations sites already. And the NSA guy looks at me and says, whoa, you're experienced, so we'll have you do that. But essentially, I did the same thing as the new guys did.
Which was? Which
was try and find COSVN after TET. COSVN, Central Office, South Vietnam was the VC. We always said NLF. That was one of our conceits. We never said VC. We always said, ASA guys said NLF. And we always said COSVN. So we chased COSVN around. Then I was the analyst for the North Vietnamese 304th Division. And essentially that was one regiment, the 66th Regiment. I saw one little thing. We didn't know what the 3rd Regiment's number was. And the North Vietnamese Army was a division, but really it was one regiment that fought. One regiment that was in reserve, and one regiment that was being the administrative funnel for guys coming down the Ho Chi Minh Trail to reinforce the main regiment, except they'd move up. They'd move to the reserve one and get trained at some more, and then they'd go to the 66th, which was the operational regiment of the 304th Division.
So what was your role?
To listen to those guys, find out whether they were doing anything funny, and if something happened, we would send this huge immediate message back to NSA saying something funny's happening, and they would come back and tell us what to do. Or just follow them day to day, make sure they were in the same place. They'd come up in the morning, we'd listen to them, would say, they sound like, let's DF them. So they DF them and find out kind of where they were. They seem to be in the same place.
What does it mean to DF them?
Direction find.
I see. And so had you learned some Vietnamese or?
No. We didn't need it. I needed it a little bit of Russian, and they taught me that, and a little bit of Russian, because the Russians, they're encrypting, they screw it up a lot, and then they start in Morse to talk in plain text, saying, what's going on, what's wrong here? And that's what we look for too. They say, it's like, if you've seen Imitation Game, it's not math and science that breaks the Enigma codes, it's operational error. They always say Heil Hitler. I can't remember, it's a movie, it's Heil Hitler and something. They got this weather station that always begins with the same stuff. So they know the opening and they know the end, and that gives them the Brits call it a crib, the crib to really cut down on the possibilities of what the encryption system is doing right then and there. So the Russians did that too. They screw it up. They can't communicate. They're not talking to each other on their encrypted radio teletype, and then they go in clear text and they say, "What's going on? What's wrong?" So we know what's wrong in Russian.
Right. There's a problem.
You got the wrong card in the machine, that sort of thing,